Page 27, Rock of My Soul. Bit of a party piece here. Well, let's look it over because we got some accidentals that's going to be fun to deal with. It's 3 lines long, but it has a repeat sign. It's really about twice as long as that. Treble and bass clef is 2 sharps in the key signature now, so we're in the key of D major. So now it's time you should be doing the scale on D major, 1 octave up and down. Just learn the scale because that'll teach you which notes are in the key. And that way you get into the habit. When you play in that key, you just automatically play those black keys that go with it. It really works very well. Of course, the accidentals mess it up, but still, it's a good starting point. 4/4 time signature, we've had all that before, and I see a bunch of eighth notes, quarter notes, whole notes, and accidentals, so we'll have to deal with all that stuff. Let's take it one hand at a time, make sure we understand what the hands are doing. In the right hand, you're starting here, and the E sharp. Well, let's talk about it. It's no big deal. A sharp just takes it up a half step. So if I have an E and I want it to go up a half step, I just go to here. So that, yes, that's an E sharp. It's also an F natural. But for the harmonics and the music theory to work out and all, I don't want to get into it. It needs to be an E sharp, not an F natural. So it's an F sharp, an E sharp, F sharp. And then at the end of the measure, they give you natural sign because the sharp would still apply. It would be an E sharp there if they didn't, so at natural. And then the next measure, it's an E sharp again. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That little tie note, if that throws you, and it does some people, take out that little tie and play all the notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Just play all the notes. And then once you have an idea of that, you put the tie in, you just hang on to the note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Now, next measure they want third finger here. Well, I'm using third finger here. So, no. Stay here and use fourth finger. You can use thumb on the E, if that's where you want. You want thumb on the E, and by putting third finger here, you're in position. I'm telling you, just stay here, and when the time comes, just scrunch up a little bit and put thumb on there. You don't need to use third finger on that, because we're using third finger on the F sharp. I don't want to use it twice in a row if I can help it. So that last measure, the first line is 4, 1. Rhythm's the same. And then in the second line, second measure, there was third finger again. I'd rather not. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to use second finger. And use thumb. I'm using thumb for both. Now I'm back down. I just don't want to use the third finger again. So the second line, then 2, 1. Last line, C sharp A. If your hand doesn't fit up in here very well, you got fat fingers or whatever, then you got to use second finger and stay out here. That's fine. You do either one. It depends on the size of your hand. Just make sure you connect them. Connect it with the fingers. The last measure there, use 2. No. No. Let's not do that, please. That, in my opinion, is poor fingering. It's more of a beginner's fingering, but you're starting to get out of that now. You're starting to move around a bit. Those notes, all of those notes in that last measure are here. It's a D chord. Extended position, because you're playing here. That's the fingering for it. So that's the fingering I want to use. So it's 3 and then 2, 5. Here, I'm not moving around any. Right there. Left hand. Well, left hand's got the chords. D chord. That's tied for 2 measures. That'll be fun. And then the 5/7 chord. It's an A7 chord. I don't want to get too much. It's a 1 chord, a 5/7 chord, a 1 chord, and then in the last line, you're going to have to move down. Just lift up and move down. 4 fingers fine. During the rest, you got to come back up here to repeat. Put the hands together. You're here. left hand, hopefully, so you can put the hands together okay. Then get rid of any hesitations you've got. You can keep it slow is okay, but no hesitations. And I think about the articulation. They don't give you a lot. The last line, they give you slurs, an accent. Connect that, and then staccato. Flexing at the wrist, boom, boom. The first note in the first ending, the first note is not staccato, but these are up. I'll talk more about that a little bit later, just right now. And in the second ending, they're all staccatos. Here and then staccato. On both hands there. As far as the other stuff, I guess you can connect it. They don't give you anything. It's really your choice. You can lift up when you want to. So, and I tend to accent, well, not just me, a lot of people, would accent syncopated notes, and you just do it naturally. So it's like here. There. I'm thinking. That to me is just a nice flowing rhythm, nothing, no surprises, no nothing. But when I play a, yeah. See, I play it sooner than I expect. Well, I give a little extra just because I do that. And it's just a little, I'm exaggerating so you can hear it better, but you feel this more. You just have fun with it. Now at the bottom, when they give you the accent, those are a little stronger accents there. I mean, I could put in some staccatos if I wanted to. It's just playing around with it, trying different things out and see what you like. Maybe one time you play it one way and another time you play it another. When they don't tell you anything, it's up to you. For this lesson, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much connect everything. I may give those syncopated notes a little extra, just because out of habit I tend to do that. Now in the first ending there, you're here. Technically speaking, you're going to hold that down until beat 4. But the left hand has a staccato, it's done. So that stays down a little bit after that. So it's 1, I could connect these, that's fine. 1, 4. But as far as interpreting it goes, you can get away with lifting both hands at the same time. Here. There's a way to notate that if that's what they really wanted. But again, they don't always notate everything. They leave it up to you and your interpretation to fill in the blanks. And a lot of people would do that. They would lift it up at the same time. This gives you a little more time to get up here because you got to move anyway. So I'll leave that up to you and your teacher on how you interpret that part. Now for dynamics, F-P, forte-piano, loud-soft. So the first time I play it, I'm going to play it loud, and that's the melody. These chords need to be in the background. And then at the bottom here, the accented notes, those are going to be very loud for those notes. Then I repeat, it's very soft, but there's a note above the staff there at the beginning, second time 8 VA. So instead of here, I'm going to come up here. And that's only the top staff, because it'd have to say both hands or something if they wanted both hands to go up. So the left hand stays right where it is. And now I'm soft. So the left hand has to be very soft. And you finish it soft. As far as the speed goes, Allegro moderato, they keep mixing these speeds, don't they? Well, it's moderately fast, I guess. But that's the overall feel of it. Now these whole notes, you can forget those. Those are going to drive. But these. It's kind of a fun piece. Happy piece. Be happy. That's an order. Okay. If I played it 10 times, I'd play it different every time. Don't copy me. You make it yours. It doesn't have to go that fast. You can go. That's fine. If that's your moderately fast, close enough. You do it. Now keep in mind that there's a note at the top, say play eighth notes evenly. Above the staff there. They're telling you make sure you do this 1 and 2 and 3 and play them even. Because the tendency would be want to swing this. And if they didn't say anything, it would be your choice. As part of interpreting the music, you could swing it if you feel that it should be swung. But when they put the note there, play evenly, that takes your choice away. Now you play it evenly. Let's play it together very slowly and double check that we have the right notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. We will do the repeat, and I will go up an octave in the right hand on the repeat. So I'll give us 4 counts. We'll just go real super slow. Well, slow for me. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 4 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 3 and 4. Repeat. 3 and 4. 3 and 3 and rest.